we going?
Podcast number 18?
18?
Yeah, we're going 18.
18.
18.
Track is
All right.
18.
We're legal.
We are legal.
Yeah.
We are legal.
Is that appropriate?
We're podcast adults now.
We're podcast adults. We can officially drink wine. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks again, guys, for coming.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wouldn't be anywhere else.
Short one.
So let's talk about the Brady real quick.
Yeah.
The GOAT here. 2020 Cabernet Sauvignon from Paso Robles.
Paso.
Sat in French oak for 18 months, which, you definitely tell it's French oak. It doesn't have that American bite to it.
A year and a half. Let's see here. Oh, dang it.
We were going to have a guest, but he canceled on us, Daryl Groom. Asshole. He's having a car show on July 8th over at the Richmond Rod and Gun. So if you have a classic car, come by and look at the flyer in the window.
We're gonna help him out.
Help him out here.
Can I bring my Honda Civic?
Yes, yeah, you probably could. So we have the Rod and Gun Club show. Why does it look like
They got music. There's fun stuff for the kids to do. There's a raffle.
Looks backwards.
It might be backwards. It might be mirrored.
Saturday,
It is
July
weird, huh?
8th,
Yeah.
9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yes.
And it goes later than that, just
The car show.
you're driving your classic cars. You don't want to be drinking too many adult beverages.
Oh, this is a breakfast morning. This is 9 a.m. to 2.
Kind of a really early one,
The
but
brunch.
you could vote on the cars all day. So go by, take a look at the cars. You get to vote for the best ones. There's really cool cars. I went last year. There's some super cool cars there. You got Cobras. You got custom made Fords, old vintage cars, hot rod race cars. I mean, it's really well done. And you're gonna have to get a new piece of tape there.
So is he the host?
He's the host. He's got a nice Austin Healey from back in the day. He'd been
Oh, that's funny. My friend knows
he'd been restoring that for about 10 years, and it's a cool sort of a light bluish metallic convertible.
Nice.
It's super cool.
It's the same color as one of my best friends. His dad had an Austin Healey, so they inherited it. It's just sitting at the house. I was trying to get him you need to take me for a ride.
Exactly, right? I mean, cars were meant to be driven, not sitting in museums and shit. That's for sure.
One of his cars is sitting. So he got back in 2004, he got a Dodge Challenger.
What are you taking a picture of the back?
Yeah, he put a supercharger on it, and they changed the laws, so now it won't pass smog. And he already blew the engine, replaced the engine. He can't get it back to normal. Not for now. So that car is just sitting there. Once in a while, he'll bring it out. We'll ride it down the street or something.
What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah, because
What are your impressions of this wine, Andrew?
My impressions, so let me take another sip here.
Got just a lovely nose.
Brady 2020.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, more so on the full body side, not too bold.
Not a tremendous amount of tannins either. So.
Not really, yeah.
No.
But the flavor definitely stays. It stays on the palate, sticks to it, but not gummy though. Hence, not too tannin.
All right. You can tell you're getting old when you need to put glasses on to read straight.
But yeah, so I had to zoom in. It's like, I can't even
Oh,
read
this is 15%. I thought it was a little hot. 15%. Look at the legs on that bad boy.
Oh, you can see them.
Now that I'm older, I can't even read the label on the CD case.
I guess I got some glare on there. But yeah, there are definitely some long legs on this one.
A good bottle of wine deserves a good book. So I got to reading The Forger of Marseille by Linda Joy Myers. She is a patron here
She was here today.
She was here today. Yeah, big wine lover and author, and she also does some stuff with this National Writers Guild. Anyway, she'll be here July 22nd for a book signing.
Yep.
So if you're into, World War II, spy espionage and all those things that went down in Germany and France and England. I was told in a lot of the reviews that I've read, it is one of the most historically correct books of its era. So I would definitely say to go ahead and go pick this one up.
It's 1939.
Definitely checking out.
Where did I get it?
Who can believe that 1939 is coming back around?
Yeah. Are we talking about the political climate?
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
It seems like it. There is a
Yeah, if the pandemic
certain
keep
candidate
coming
that is
around
similar
every
to
100 years,
Hitler,
there's probably 3 world
very
wars every year.
fascist.
Yep.
Yeah, I may have turned one or two of you off that are out there, but I don't fucking care.
Learn your history.
You need to learn your history. Is what it
Right.
is, yeah. Or you are doomed to repeat it,
Mm-hmm.
and we're all gonna die.
Yes, sir.
Darn it! I
Yeah,
cannot
but
find
we get
that
this on
email.
Amazon, bookstores. Paul got his early because he went straight to the direct source.
I went to the source, but I got it through this website. She told me, and I had the receipt, and I forgot what I did with it. Oh well. Anyway, Forger of Versailles. I recommend it. It's rapid paced, so it doesn't slow down. At least as far as the first 3 chapters are. I'm not a huge reader, so
What
I'm
do you think?
taking it slow.
What's the writing? Is it like does it flow? Does it feel like
It flows.
like you don't want to put it down?
Definitely flows to where I didn't want to stop reading and do this podcast.
Okay.
So, but I was having my glass of wine, reading it was really going well because they go from she's like groped by this Nazi guy and he's like trying to create some sort of like, oh, I will take care of you and you will not have to go to concentration camp type shit. And she says she played along with it because she just wanted to get away and get home because she was attacked by these Hitler youth, and he came to her rescue. So the thing had to move really, really quick. That next night, he was going to come to pick her up and like probably go do the dirty deed, and then he was going to keep her as his girlfriend. But she said, "Screw this," and they went and they got papers. Forged, but this is not the forger of Versailles, but papers were forged for them, and 2 of them left Germany and headed towards France. So it's all about avoiding the fascist Nazi regime, and at least it is so far in the first 3 chapters. So I look forward to discussing it in depth further. Several of us here have bought the book to boost our, give our friend a shot in the arm, and so we'll have a little book club here. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy it. That sounds very interesting.
yeah, it's a pretty cool book.
Yeah.
And she recommended another one to me called The Invisible Bridge, and that one is about escaping Hungary, which is near and dear to my heart because I am Hungarian in descent, and my father and
You get your family crest on there.
my father and my aunt had to flee Hungary during that time. So it was I don't know. I'm reading that book too simultaneously, but I put it down to just concentrate on this one, and it's a good read so far. Anyway, look at it. Can you pick up on those little legs there?
Yeah.
They're just crawling.
But that's what these books are for. Like, 'cause they always say you gotta like, you need your health, you need some wealth, and you need some knowledge of yourself. You need to know like where you came from,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
how far back it goes.
Yeah, and I like that saying, the health, the wealth, and the knowledge of yourself.
Yeah, you
That
need
is
to know where you came from, man.
That's
Who your
is that
parents are.
Jovism?
Yeah, Jovism. There we go.
Uh,
Coined it.
I was gonna say KRS-One rap was one of my favorite rappers when I was growing up.
Okay, all right. Where's he from?
New York,
All right.
and what was
East
it?
Coast.
KRS-One was knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. So it was all an acronym.
Yeah.
He's still he was a philosophical rapper. I still listen to him today. It's like he's still be talking some knowledge.
All right. All right.
You know.
Speaking of knowledge, let's talk about what's going on in Richmond. There's a few things going on here in Richmond, California, other than sitting at the Grape Nest and drinking wine.
And enjoying this nice day.
Yeah, a beautiful day today.
Yep.
It's starting to come a little bit overcast and chilly.
A little bit. You know,
A
the
little
Bay
bit.
Area fog is rolling in.
I mean, I was working down in Campbell today, and it was like 90 degrees, and I was sweating my ass off.
He was working.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't have any AC in my little Nissan because there's a leak. So coming home, windows down, you know, back is soaked, leaning against the seat. I'm just like,
Leather.
God, I'm dying. I wanted to go to the chiropractor, but my back's all wet.
Yeah.
I had to sit up. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Anyway, Richmond, what do we got going on here in Richmond right now? There's some things going on. It is July 4th weekend.
This is July 4th weekend, yes. So, you know,
a
we've
new
got,
restaurant opening.
we've got a
yeah.
restaurant opening.
The old Hotel Mac, right?
Right, the old Hotel Mac. There's an Italian restaurant opening up at the Hotel Mac.
I wish I knew the name of this.
Blanco
Bianco
Verde.
Yeah, Bianco Verde.
Yeah, Blanco Verde.
Something green.
Right.
Green Verde.
Right. So Blanco
White,
white.
green. Yeah. So it's
Verde
supposed
green.
to be like
White.
white pasta noodles with greens.
With pesto?
Yeah. that's why I googled it.
That's
I mean,
a reach, baby.
They had a QR code on there and scanned.
Yeah.
It mostly led you to now hiring. It didn't per se anything to the menu or.
So soft
we're
opening Saturday.
Yeah. Is it this Saturday or next Saturday?
This Saturday.
This,
Oh, this
the rumors
Saturday.
are going
All right.
Saturday.
Who's going
What
Saturday?
do you know? Like,
All
Who's
right.
going?
I don't know.
I want to go on Saturday.
Yeah.
We did so far. I didn't get the invite. So
I want an invite. I asked that damn bartender, and he
as the owner, right?
said, "Come on
They've
Sunday."
been here too. He thought I'd have got an invite.
Yeah.
Shout out to no.
Well, I
invite.
hope the Italian food is better than I mean, I ate at Mikasa, and I like it, but I mean, I get the fish tacos everywhere I go, and I expect the fish tacos to have flavor. I mean, through and through, especially if they're grilled.
This might be a Panera.
Yeah, and then the beans, the rice. I mean, to me, the flavor just wasn't outstanding. However, the presentation was off the fucking hook. I mean, it looked like it was gorgeous. I mean, the pickled vegetables were, I think, the best part on the plate. I mean, they really did that well too.
Yeah.
But for my money, I think I paid $35 for a beer,
A beer.
fish taco, and rice and beans.
Wow.
That's why I felt a little disappointed. I'll give them another chance, but I have to get back over there. I mean, it was a lovely place. The employees looked like they had a really good time there serving people. They had a Spanish guitarist in there and singing, and it was just like very, very joyful Saturday afternoon. I was just a little disappointed in the food. I'll give them another chance though. But I'll start over here at the Hotel Mac. Give them a shot.
Yeah, new local restaurant for Point Richmond.
That is good.
And it's nice to see that we have a new restaurant at the Hotel Mac, so that's really cool.
Absolutely. That Richmond was losing money.
Craneway.
Mm,
And now, now we're talking about Craneway being sold.
right, moving to the Craneway.
And they're going to turn it into a bunch of pickleball courts?
Yep, it's going to be a private pickleball court.
They're turning.
What is it? I always forget.
What that means, they're going to have to destroy that beautifully polished floor, because you can't play pickleball on that type of
What was it? The Palisade of Fine Arts in San Francisco.
Palace Fine Arts.
They're doing free pickleball this weekend.
Really?
just got signed
I
up
don't
for
know.
free pickleball. I'm like,
Pickleball is-
pickleball is trending for
Hey, it's
taking
huge.
off.
It's been trending. It's
think
been
it's
trending for
senior-
a couple, 5 6 years now. I have a friend, Dave Yabasaki, who I went to high school with, and he is a pickleball instructor.
It's not an Olympic sport.
No, but
It
I
might
mean,
be.
he's
No, it
got
might
he's
be,
got
right?
he's got
It
clients
might
up
be,
the
right?
yin
He's
yang.
sliding balls.
Anyway, it is huge and it's exploded. But you have to be careful because that quick stop and turn, change of directions, and going back and all that. We're old. You can't do that shit like you could. A friend of mine,
ACL.
buddy of mine, Dan Schoenberg. He's the owner of the Walnut Creek Sewing Shop. He blew out his Achilles tendon.
Pickleball.
Because my buddy Mark Murin, went to high school with, Danny too. He said, come play pickleball. And he got him out there. And, we're competitive. We're still a whole bunch of old farts. And sure enough, he blows out his Achilles tendon. Yeah.
Pickleball.
That's rough. Well, I've noticed like a lot of younger people playing pickleball
Yeah.
as well. And it's-
Hipsters, Gen Xers.
yeah, Gen X. You know how, like, I feel like Gen X is like the new old generation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of research, scientific research.
Hey, I'm
you know,
Generation X.
Sorry, Z.
Z? Okay. I was like,
Gen
I'm X.
Z.
I'm not in the pickleball.
Well, are we
game.
going to go back to Gen A now? I mean, when we get over, does it start, the alphabet start over?
I don't know. I think it goes to like alpha, beta.
Yeah, it goes back to alpha. Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like storms, in the Gulf. Starts with the letter A, Hurricane Adam, and then Hurricane Bob, or
Boomers made
Betty.
never made any sense to me.
Yeah. Well, I
That
mean,
was
you
just
know,
what-
there was a big baby boom, during the war.
That was more like the bomb.
No-
That's like the nuclear bomb.
That was all the soldiers getting theirs before they left for war.
Yeah. But there's a lot of scientific research on how racket sports also increases your longevity.
Yeah,
So,
I
it's
imagine.
really interesting.
Oh, any type of aerobic sport, I think, would probably do that.
Yeah, I remember when tennis was in.
Yeah, we played a lot of tennis.
I went
back
through a
in
golfing
college.
phase.
Oh yeah.
We were out golfing,
Yeah.
mostly drinking beers, but we were out golfing.
Yeah, but golfing is always going to be there. It'll always be popular.
I never went to the horse track races. I think I went once, and it was like dollar beer,
Dollar
hot
hot
Yeah, I
dogs.
used to go to the dollar days over there.
Yeah.
I went to the racetrack the other day for Mother's Day.
No,
I dropped my mother's ashes in the paddock.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've been holding on to them for a while. Well, you're going to drop them at the finish line, but you can't get close to the finish line. You're too far away. So she didn't, she used to own horses, and I would have had to find somebody who owned a horse who actually won, so we could actually go out on the track and drop it. Or I could just find some guy who does like weekend racing of the horses. They do their workouts and stuff, and just
Yeah.
have him go dump it out there. I did not so ceremonious that way.
Yeah.
But I did it at Mother's Day on the track, and it was so funny because when I dumped the ashes, I was filming it. It was a live Facebook thing, and as the ashes fell, they hit. Most of them sort of hit the ground, but the wind swirled up, and half of them went flying up.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, just the dust cloud went flying up. The main ashes did, but it was
Right.
it was super cool. I mean, it was definitely my mom just saying, "Hey, thanks for bringing me home."
Right. No, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice experience.
All right, what else we got going on in Richmond this weekend? We got
That's a crazy story.
the Pride and Purpose Beer Festival, July
3rd at the Craneway. So going back to the Craneway,
it
so
seems a little late.
Yeah.
Right now. Better late than never.
For what?
Oh, were they doing fireworks?
yeah,
Fireworks.
so yeah, here in Richmond we do the fireworks on the 3rd, not the 4th.
And the reason they do that is so they don't have to pay the police overtime.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yep. So going back to the Craneway, even though it was purchased to turn into a private pickleball country club, technically they can't touch the actual Craneway. That's supposed to be a public space for events and stuff. So the 3rd, there's a Pride and Purpose Beer Festival here in Richmond. So that should be a lot of fun. Tons of breweries. Again,
Is
3rd
it
of July.
free open or
It's
is it
free
It's
to
free.
open, but
It
I
is
think
free.
to taste all the beers, it was $40 or 30 if you bought early, but I think they're sold out.
See, because like the
Possibly.
third is Monday, right?
Third is
We're
Monday.
closed. And we could probably make it, right? But then we always got the problem with the dog. Like, he does not like fireworks.
Oh, well,
yeah.
He's
fireworks
scared, yeah.
at night.
So
Yeah.
I could never take him down there with
Yeah.
us. And if I left him here, he'd be fucking probably going maniac.
No, Riggers Loft, your competitor, is also having the fireworks viewing party because they're directly across from Craneway. So they sit out on the crush pad. They got 4 or 5 food trucks out there. They
Kind of
got
a distance. I'd rather be at Craneway.
It's a slight distance, to be honest.
it's well, I mean, they're fireworks.
I mean, you
they're
can see
fucking
them.
up in the air. I mean,
Right.
it's not like it's not like watching fireworks from San Francisco just beep, beep, beep.
Right.
I mean, they're boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And that's what Richmond does a pretty good fireworks show. I've timed it every year, and it's always at least 30 minutes.
It gets better and better every year.
And the weather looks promising this year.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we're here in California.
There's like
Finally,
80,
we have warmer weather.
80 degrees on Sunday.
But
It
it's
starts to
getting
chill
cold right now. I don't know, man. It chills down at night still. We got the marine layer coming in. I saw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coming back. I went and bought some new shoes, and I saw that coming back. It's going to get cold. Dip down a little bit tonight. Yeah. So I don't know what else we got going on. And then the 4th of July, I don't know. I mean, because there's no fireworks. Although there is supposed to be, so we should have got the number, the hotline to report illegal fireworks. Because you drive down. I've driven down the Parkway coming back home at like right as soon as it turns dark, maybe a little bit. I didn't have my phone with me. I mean, I didn't have it to where it was accessible. I could turn on video, and I got the last little bit. But it was like a freaking war zone. I mean,
Wow.
stuff was blowing up on this side, stuff blowing up on this side. And you get down to the Parkway, and I'm like, what the heck? Hey, that guy's got a mic stand.
Is that mine?
is that yours? They said, well, I guess they upgraded, so don't need this.
Where'd he go? He disappeared.
He really disappeared.
He just
Where did he go? Where did
he's
he
right
go?
there.
Okay.
He's standing right there on the corner.
You're going to set up shop.
Right.
Set up shop and start talking. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I haven't seen any like illegal fireworks like this year whatsoever.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well, there's always something over in the city.
2020's illegal fireworks are crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
LA was insane.
Oh, LA was going crazy.
I was watching some helicopter videos. I guess
From
a guy
downtown, right?
takes his helicopter out over LA on 4th of July, and it was like,
Might be.
Yeah.
it was a damn war zone.
Right.
You might have to bring the drone out.
Ooh, that'll be.
Do you have a drone?
Yeah, I got a drone.
We could have used a drone for filming. It's got stabilization.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a really good one. Mine's just.
Yeah, you just hold on to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of things exploding,
You had some fireworks on your
I had some
block.
fireworks on my block. The Richmond Police Department yesterday had to open fire when they were serving an arrest warrant on one of my neighbors.
Unfortunately.
Neighbor who
Still
was
tragic.
very secluded. He never really hung out with the people in the HOA. The people, we have block parties right across the street from his house. Block parties just down the street in the court, and never socialized with him. Always seemed to be cordial, give him a wave when he drives by. I'd walk my dogs, and there's a little empty lot across the street. He's working on his front walkway. Give him a wave. I go, man, because I'm a contractor, and I said, looks like you got a lot of work to do. And he said, yeah, I gotta do it. Gotta make it safe for my mother. And his mom is she's up in her advanced ages. And he's been living there for about 30 years, I guess, off and on. And I hear he spent some time in a different house, a big house. But that's hearsay. I'm not judging. And everything I've got to tell you tonight is strictly off the record. I have it from a good source who works at a Bay Area news station and is a news anchor and is very well known. They were out on assignment that night, and when I came home from work, she interviewed me, he interviewed me, could be a she, could be a he, I don't want to give it up. And just, I don't know. I mean, I like kind of was like, what's going on, And I knew what was going on because look, I got text all that day. I'm a block captain, so as soon as things were going down, everything just kind of blew up on my phone, and I'm like everything. I mean, bling, 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 bling. I mean, it was crazy.
What was the most compelling text you got?
Well, people thinking like they shot him, he's dead, Kevin's dead, and I was like, here it is. Kevin shot at the police, they returned fire, and he's dead. They're awaiting the coroner. Sad news. That was from one of our neighbors.
Yeah, they're not giving up too many details.
Yeah, no, they weren't at the time, but I found some. So it turns out, allegedly, there were, because the bomb squad goes rolling down my street, at about 3 o'clock, and I'm going, what the hell is the bomb
ready
squad?
to evacuate the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, no, they brought the bomb
sounds
squad
scary.
in from, I think, Travis Air Force Base or something. And I'm like, oh, so they evacuated the two houses next to him. And they go in there and they find explosive devices. I find out from my reporter friend. I did some investigative reporting myself later that night. After being interviewed by this reporter, I said, hey, you guys, how long are you here? Are you guys going to be here tomorrow? I go, if you are, come by, we'll do a podcast. I'd love to do an interview with you guys, interview the interviewees and interviewers. And she said, no, we're here till 11. I go, oh, all right, well, I'll bring you guys some dinner. And she goes, oh, thanks, you don't have to do that. But later on, I went out and I brought them pasta because my daughter-in-law made some pasta. So I brought it out to them, brought some apples and pears and a couple cold bottles of water, and said, what do you got for me? I got this for you. What do you got for me? And she goes, okay, this is what I can tell you. The guy had mannequins in the house that were dressed in tactical gear, as if it was like a presentation or a sale of some sort.
Were you an army?
Yeah, well, I know, like...
You had a virtual army?
AR-15s,
Yeah.
not only, store-bought, but ones that were actually put together like they could have been
Yeah.
fabricated.
He was ready to go to war.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Grenades. That's why the bomb squad was brought in. So it looked like, it was like mercenary type stuff. And then the word cartel was mentioned. Again, this is from a source that I cannot reveal, and this is not my knowledge. We should wait for the report to come out. It's not... This is definitely not, the gospel, let's say. But this is just what I got from my reporter friend after bribing them with dinner.
Well, yeah, I would say you must have been high as hell to be like playing with guns and mannequins and...
Well,
Yeah.
and then to like lift your gun towards an officer of the law when they're serving a warrant on you. Oh my God, that's like instant death sentence.
And that's
Like
exactly
you
what
should have
happened.
known that was coming after flashing it. I heard he flashed the gun and fired it off somewhere else.
Somewhere else here in Richmond the weekend before,
I
and
heard
that's
that
why
too.
they were serving the warrant.
We don't even got the details on that one.
No, that was like a week prior. We'll find out eventually. There'll be some follow-ups, but
But still, for us, the citizens, we didn't have local news that, hey, somebody's running through town, flashing guns and shooting.
Yeah. It sounds like it might be pretty tight-lipped for now.
Well, the funny part about it is, we have a pretty tight-knit community down there. Everybody, and that's the one thing is like, so when police said, okay, look, they started going door to door, and as soon as they hit one of my block captains, I'm a block captain with my neighbor across the street. We have block captains down Sandaling to the right, down Sandaling to the left, over on Mallard. When something goes down in our neighborhood, we hit the alert on for the block captains. Each one of those block captains has the ability to notify each one of the people in our sector. So instead of the cops, they went to her door. Are you everybody okay here? Yeah, we're okay. We're going door to door. And they go, well, hold on. Let us do this for you. So bam, bam, bam. Text went off. We made sure everybody was home and safe. And the people that weren't home, they texted back saying, oh, we're out of town, blah, blah, blah. Everybody accounted for to the police. Let them use their resources for something else. And that's that's how tight the community is down there. We have this Citizens Emergency Response Team. It's called CERT. You do this training. We even have radios. We never use radios because who uses a radio with a cell phone?
Walkie-talkie.
Yeah, we do have the walkie-talkies
The day
too.
will come, man. The cell towers are down.
Yeah, exactly. Or exactly. If there's a disaster, if there's an emergency, or if an earthquake takes out the cell towers and you can't get around. Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are in the tsunami zone.
Well, no. It's got to come through the Golden Gate, then it's got to be able to,
That's
that
what they say
tsunami's
about
got to be
Santa Cruz
150
harbors
feet
and
high.
stuff.
Yeah, no, there's been talk of us figuring out a escape route or something via boat.
For tsunami?
No, I don't know. No, not for a tsunami, but like if there's an earthquake, if our roads are blocked and we can't get out, and there's no way to get out, water taxiing, getting us all out.
So when we moved down the street, when we were down at 229, a tsunami report came out, and that it would come all the way up to here, of course, because we flooded before.
Really?
It would come up to here, and it would definitely hit the chevron, because it's going to come through the canal.
Oh, the canal.
The surges will, but not a huge wave.
No, but also at the same time.
I couldn't survive 2 feet here.
Right, but also at the same time, this is all like landfill, like essentially, like this used to be all. This is like all
an
wet.
island too.
It used to be when it flooded. It used to be an island. Yeah, so I get that probably contributes to something right there.
Liquefaction would have happened.
Right.
Like what happened in the marina in the 89 quake, like 10, 15 years before you were born.
Yep.
I knew it.
No, 89, no, one year before I was born.
Okay, so
yeah.
you were just
I was 16 when it happened.
Were you?
I remember it. It was more like, the people we were with, right, the earthquake happened, they were more like jumping around.
Yeah, it was like
like it was more of a celebration than it was of like, you better run for your life.
I jumped out.
People were like,
I walked outside my
That's
street that I lived on, looked down the street, and a bunch of my neighbors were out, and I looked down and I go, hey, that was a pretty good one, huh? And they go, yeah, that was pretty good. And then I get back in, I look at TV, and it was like, holy shit. The World Series interrupted. Freeways collapsing. I thought my wife at the time was like in the middle of that pancake freeway.
Yeah, on the bridge.
She didn't get home for 4 hours trying to get home, and it totally freaked me out.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why the ferry service started, in case of emergencies. But
really? Part of it? Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't even think we had cell phones back then.
No.
89.
I think I had a car phone. And then I had it in the car phone.
Her mom was trapped at a BART station in San Francisco, and her husband took his truck and a bicycle, went back over San Rafael Golden Gate, and then rode down there on a bike to go find her. He found her.
Wow.
And then,
that's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what to
down
do.
there in the dark.
Wow.
And supposedly the homeless people were like, "You're down here with us now."
My best friend Ray Ward and his wife came over and sat with me, because they were worried too. And then I was really worried, and I saw the worry on my friend's face, my friend's wife's face, and she typically didn't get too worried, but she was getting worried. It's like I was like ready to go drive and trying to find her and stuff. And then I thought, well, mate, she's trying to get through. And then again, I had no idea if she wasn't on that freeway that pancakes. Was it that? Now it's the Mandela Parkway. What do they used to call
Yeah,
that?
that's really. I remember the double decker.
Yeah.
I used to ride on
The
that one.
freeway
It was funny because when you rode on that, like I had a big Cadillac, and it would go vroom, vroom.
The
vroom.
280 does that.
Every single support.
Yeah, Highway 280 in Frisco is the same thing. You're like,
That's the freeway that's now the Embarcadero,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it runs by the stadium. Yeah, it drops into the San Francisco Giants.
Oh,
yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh,
That 280.
okay. Right. Yeah.
Where it splits off 101 and then it drops into downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Double
remember that.
decker,
If you remember
and it's
that, that's still, and it used to continue and went all the way around the Embarcadero.
Yeah, all the way
Before
to
the-
Fisherman Wharf.
Yeah,
Right?
and they totally took that out.
Right.
That collapsed too.
Yeah.
That would have. No, they
No,
took that out.
Yeah,
Didn't?
yeah, we took it out. No.
They just took it down to create rejuvenate.
visual.
So people could
Probably
see.
knew it was going to come down anyway.
Because it was so
It's gonna
dark
come
down
down.
there. Yeah.
Probably get a view of like the bay. Probably
Well,
make
just
it more
imagine
scenic.
if you
Yeah.
were on that side and all of a sudden that thing's gone. You see the bay. I mean,
Right.
geez, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That's
your
unfortunate.
real estate
Like,
would go up.
like all
Yeah, there's a lot of history.
a lot of homeless camps are underneath these bridges and overpasses.
They still
now.
got that
Especially
on
right now,
13th.
yeah.
They're still there.
Yeah.
You see down in what was it Los Gatos? I can't remember what it was. They have this area where they parked about. I think it's like enough to house 180 people. All these older RVs. They all have showers, and powered up, and it's like a transitional place for people to go. You just got to get them in there. A lot of times, yeah. I mean, it's somebody doing something. And people, cities, and governments, and our California. I mean, they need to be able to put that money to work. I mean, there's so much. I mean, so many
Yeah, I was like,
billions
Gavin
of
Newsom
dollars.
wants to put
Yeah.
$5 billion into
Yeah.
transit, and I'm like, nobody's even riding transit.
Well,
know,
yeah,
like-
now because nobody has to go to work. Everybody's working from home.
Yeah.
No, but the homeless thing to get that, you got that money that's going out there. It's available, but people just don't have solutions to be able to utilize the money. So I don't know where all that money's going. Is it sitting in a fund somewhere?
Whose
'Cause
pockets it is? Are the
nobody's
Yeah,
building a bunch of tiny homes, cities, or anything like that. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like when the 3D printing homes come out,
I've
you
seen
just
that.
build them automatically and
Yeah.
cut labor costs down, and we'll see.
They're already making them.
High-speed
are.
trains.
Right.
What was that? That was somebody else's joke I heard the other day. We were watching the Gemstones. She was like, NASCAR. It's just a bunch of people going fast nowhere. It's just like going in
Yeah,
circles.
that's a good
Yeah.
metaphor
Hey,
for
No, it's like
something.
they just don't know how to turn right.
Yeah, you're right.
That's till they come here
No,
in California to
it's
Sonoma,
more-
the
it's more
road
like-
course, baby.
It's more like they don't know how to
And
turn
then that
left.
road course, it was
I would say they don't know how to turn left. They're always
It
going
was
right
always-
wing.
the rainbow road.
You guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah, about
All right,
finished with this
last
glass. Cheers, guys.
Sure, this is
See,
good.
I killed mine.
Richmond News.
Thank
Was
you.
in these
You heard
39,
it here.
39 minutes. We started. We were going to do
Daddy.
20 minutes. Went 39.
We're in 40 minutes in.
All right, guys.
Didn't think we could do it, huh?
No, I didn't
We
think
did
we
it.
could do it.
Yeah, we had lost our inspiration for some reason today, though.
Yeah,
God damn, Daryl.
it worked though. We
Watch
got
him
it to
show up
work.
right as soon as I hit stop.
Yeah.
He's gonna show up.
We got to do is we got to do the TikTok